Hello, good morning. Cheers, everyone. My coffee's super hot today, so I'm going to burn my mouth drinking, but I need a coffee. Oh, scalding all the way down. I have a new coffee machine, but I'm still working out how to use it. No, that's not right. Working out how to make good coffee with it. Yeah, anyway.
Says good evening, seeing it's only 23,342,404 seconds into Christmas.
Every time. You gotta work that out before the stream. Every time. That's hilarious. I just had a heart attack when the voice started going. I wasn't expecting it. Yes, text-to-speech is up. Let's everyone behave with it, please. So looking back, as Emery asked a question, how much did those boards from logo cost me? They did not cost me anything. They were, thankfully...
says evening or morning, see on.
Good morning. Or evening, yep. They were, thankfully they were provided via PCBWay. They sponsored the logo, so I couldn't justify doing the logo myself. They were quite expensive PCBs. But PCBWay...
Almighty says click like.
Click like. So, yeah. Big thanks to PCBWay. And I'd like to get, as part of the logo boot sequence, I'd like to get it actually writing PCBWay on there. Obviously, it's kind of small on my screen at the moment. On my coding view, though, I do have a... I've set up a view that you can see the logo. It's a little blurry. It's from a different camera. But maybe we'll be able to see it there. So, yeah. Lots going on here at the moment. I didn't stream last week because I'm super busy with S3 stuff. And I have an update about all of that, but not for today. Yep. But I'm going to. I've done a little bit of coding on the logo when I first put it up there. And by the way, the logo's got no acrylic on the front yet, and I still haven't replaced the acrylic on the back. I have got the acrylic. How are you going to improve on perfection? What was that a comment to, Dave? Which bit's the perfection? I've not seen any perfection here in a long time. I've got the acrylic outside in the garage. I haven't had a chance to laser cut it yet. And as you can see, there's a black power...
says is that a new backdrop too?
No, that's the same backdrop I set up for my laser. So the laser's against the black so you can see it. You can see the black cable there, and the white cable on the other side. The white cable has to be moved over and come up on that side now. I just haven't done it yet. There's still a bit of work, but it's up on the wall and it's working. It's connected to Wi-Fi. There is some code on it. Hello, Jason. Oh, and someone worked how to change it. Who did that? Ah, Mr. England. It is changeable, but it doesn't do a lot right now. That is super bright. That is way, way too bright. Yeah, see, that's not visible. Hang on, I'm just looking back up. That's interesting. It shouldn't be working off rainbow. It should be working off... shouldn't be working off logo. Interesting. I have to... No, none of that stuff's going to work, and you're probably just going to break it. So... just be warned. Now, I should be able to flash it over the air, which is good. And... yeah, as I said, this is not... I might turn it off. Like, I'll turn off MQTT if everyone's going to just keep it going for the moment, because it's not ready to be used. Gotta wear shades. Yeah, I gotta... Anyway, so what I want to tell you is I started working on the code, started converting over my existing code over to it. But AJ, or Aardvark, I don't think he's here yet. He may join the stream, he may not. Oh, hang on. Okay, he might be here. Or he just pinged me on Discord. So he has been...
says, sorry, drinking coffee and spare fingers that are bored.
No worries. All good. All good. Let's go. I'm gonna go through the list. Wait, I'm gonna go through the list and say hi to people because I haven't done that in a while. So also, there's a bird outside that whistles, and it's doing my head in. It's like someone just stands outside my window, like a kid, and just whistles all the time. And the little anyway, it's a bird. I don't know what type of bird it is, but it's a whistling bird. Could you hear that? Right. Adam, hi. Yumbo Prime, Dutch Taurus, hello. Peter, Rota, good morning. Emery. I can't see the chat at the moment because it's but I'm scrolling. David Dessa, hi. Ray, Graham Noobs, good morning. Johnny, Henrik.
Mr. Bond says, wait.
Super chat!
What? Who just did that? Oh, now I need to scroll to the bottom. Mark! Thank you very much, Mark. Leet. I don't feel very leet at the moment. Maybe you meant you? Can you hear the whistling?
Bird says tweet, tweet, tweet.
It is so annoying. Yeah, hi Emma. Okay, I've lost where I was up to. Saying hi to people. David S. I said hi. Ray, yep, I did that. Henrik, I think I did. Beata, hi. Oh, you all got here really early. Mr. England, hello. Absidy, hello. Braden, g'day mate. Rob E, already said hi to Rob. Rob said hi. Joss, hello. Hello, Sid. Jean-Marc. And Jason, I think I said hi to Jason, but hello, Jason. Alexandru, hi. Rat Madness. Did I say hi to Rat Madness? Maybe I did. Can't remember, but if not, whatever. Mr. Bonce and Mark, and thank you for the super chat. Geek G, hello. Jack McMack, hi. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Excellent. Cool. Michael, hi. This is a whistle. Oh, all day. It drives me nuts. It's a bird. Right out there. Smack it. Don't hurt animals. Faultnology, hi. Okay, so as I was saying, AJ is not, he might come into the chat. Hopefully he'll come into the chat. So, do you remember when I did my laser stuff and then AJ, or Aardvark, he made that JavaScript version where people could put their instructions in the web page and it would draw it out for them? Well, as soon as he saw my RGB logo, he started working on the same thing for my RGB logo. And so we put together some JS stuff. I'm going to wait till he comes on to see whether he's happy for me to share it or not. And he was playing around with how to generate stuff on the logo using algorithms to calculate where the pixels are without using just a matrix. So what I'm doing, I've got two versions of the code right now that I'm working on. But if I show you here, so in my code, the one that's currently running right now, I've got a big array, and I should actually make these const. I've got a big array that has all of the data for where all the indexes are. And what that allows me to do is, even though the LED, the RGB, that's so bright. Hang on, let me see if I can turn that down. Camera settings. What it allows me to do, because it's in strips, right? I can't, sorry, that's just my camera, that's my Logitech interface. Advanced. Change the focus, and then I should be able to, I don't want to drop the color intensity. I can't really get it not the only way I can turn it down is to actually turn the pixels down. Hey, Aaron. No. I don't really have the option of turning it down, the brightness. I was hoping I could turn the camera down, but I can't. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Let me just put it back to what it was. Okay, so this array allows me to index it via X and Y. Hey, Dave Jones, which means I can, for instance, play a GIF or a video or whatever on it, right? I can just use it like a normal X by Y matrix. And then I've also got I started working on some arrays for the outlines, like the outline of the U and the M, and then I was going to do an outline for all of it, so I could do different effects. Anyway, he started working on some code to calculate all of the pixel placement via an algorithm and then do effects via the algorithm. AJ, are you around yet? Hang on, just chatting with him on you. He definitely shows him on Discord, but I haven't seen him in chat here. I just want to make sure that he's happy showing it. Anyway, he's working on that, and he did that in JavaScript. And then I've been working with him on getting that moved over to C, and getting it Arduino compatible. And okay, he'll be around in about 3 to 5 minutes. He said he's still waking up. As in it's not morning for him, it's nighttime or whatever. Anyway, and so the way he's writing it, although I want it to be slightly different, but we had a chat about it last night, he might be changing, I don't know, is he's making all of the effects completely encapsulated, where when you call an effect, it has a setup which captures all of the pixel placements he needs for that effect. And then there's a run section which you keep running that does the effect, and then there's a finish section which cleans stuff up. And what it means is you can change effect on the logo, and you can make the effects fully self-contained without having to go and map out all the pixels and stuff. Hey, Alan. Now, I really like that idea, but I wanted it...
Borg says feed me Seymour.
Feed me? What? I started doing kind of that, but translating it into classes where someone says, okay, I want it to be rainbow fires it, like it runs a class, it assigns a class instance that then calls setup on the class, and then there's just a run in the run loop, right? And then at the end, when you change the effect, it calls stop on the class before it then reassigns a new class. And I think that's going to be a much nicer way than how I used to do it, for those that remember, where I was literally filling up lots of... oh, cool. Hang on one second. Sorry, he just sent me a link. So okay. Where I just had this whole big, you know,
says that Aaron Knox ding ding.
I totally missed that. Sorry, I was talking. Well, I had the big loop that was just going through, and then it had a function for everything, and it was just really hard to work through. So so I started working on a new version that turns things into effects, but I think I'm gonna want to take it a step further and build like an effects base class. Anyway, so the point is, this is going to be a lot of. I want to do this one properly. I don't want to hack this together like my last one. Okay, yep, I'm able to show you this. I'll show you this now. Yes. Okay, so this is his version that he did, right? So he's got things like vertical wipe, horizontal wipe. There's an ID wipe. I'm not sure where he gets IDs from. He's got like an edge generator.
Says Emma said, "Hey, Cian."
I hope you're well, Emma. And he's got things like an edge runner. There's a static gradient. So he's calculating all the positions for this through algorithms, right? And he's got cycling ones, color scroller. We spoke about XY wave. He did something different. He's just got noise. I wanted actual like movement, like a flag.
James D. Cook says Matrix Pixel 4.
Yep, could do all sorts of stuff, right? He's got a text. Oh, that's right. No.
Next one says top of the morning.
Top of the morning, Mike.
Micious one says Reba Ray's Rassi Red.
So this is AJ Aardvark. He'll come in chat soon. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and he's been working on converting all the different effects to C. But they're not quite. I don't know how performant it's going to be. He's got this running on a microcontroller. He's got it running on an ESP32, obviously without any pixels to display. So I want to kind of integrate what he's doing and what I want to do and kind of convert them into class-based stuff. But it's pretty cool. Like, there's potential here to do some cool stuff. I don't know if we need to be calculating the...
Love colored lines.
That was very fast talking. Hey, Desmond. Is it drawing them over rectangular matrix or just applying the mask over it? No, it's actually drawing. So in his case, he's using SDL, and he's drawing pixels, like I'd be lighting up colors. There's no masks or anything. So you guys can have a play with it. Here's the link, and you can look at his JS code.
Absolutely says, is this better speed at 150?
Yeah. As long as I can understand it. Hey, Deshipu. I didn't see you. Hey, Wagon Loads. And hello, Mike. Who else did I miss?
Almighty says it is not.
Hey, Embedded Hobbyist. Sorry, I'm just going through and seeing if I missed anyone to say hello.
Says speed 175.
Okay, so, yeah. I'm not sure it's worth calculating the edges or calculating these things at runtime when I could just have an array, but either way, it's fine. It really depends on how much of a hit it takes.
Marius Hire says Marius is not a BLE expert.
I don't think anyone's a BLE expert. Hey, Paul.
The Borg says I spot a delay in the top left corner of the U.
Dale says full send.
Hey, Dale. And Paul and Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia, if you're listening. The other thing I integrated in this one, and I want to see if I can get it working again. I don't even know if I can get the logo to boot.
Talgott says Sylvia says hi too.
Rick the Almighty says Marius is now an expert how to use Arduino on the Tiny Pico.
What if I set max, right? So this should be max brightness, should be set to... I thought I set this to 100, but... Oh, I mean to... Yeah, so that should be, that's 15.
Absolutely says Cian is an expert in everything he touches.
I'm an expert in breaking everything I touch. Okay, let's see if I can flash this. It should be over the arable. We'll see. Hopefully. You can't see the bottom.
Dale says I got my Pro and Feather's 3 boards today.
Woohoo! Okay, let's see if it goes up. Been having some weird things. I can't, Oh, is it Desmond? Okay, I don't know. My code won't have to. As I said, I don't know how he's doing all of his stuff. It's flashing. Can you see that? That's actually green. This camera is just completely blown out. How do I get... I need to work out how I can make this camera not so bright. If I go from this view, you can see it okay. But... anyway, that's it flashing. Oh, here we go. AJ Aardvark's here. Go, go, go. So my boot sequence, like before, is it should go red. And then connect to Wi-Fi. And then Ukrainian flag. And then it should go into sparkles. Okay, so I can flash it. That's really good. But I don't know. So that should be brightness of 5. Now, if I just go back to here. Whoop. How can I... maybe I can... play with the color here. Is there a... so I'm just seeing if I can dull down the color a little bit. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe the gamma. Ooh, is that working? Okay, maybe that's... maybe that'll work. So if we make it, make it hey Quindor, make it rainbow. But it destroys the colors. So you're not getting the gradients between them. What else can I do?
Dale says I have a peculiar set of skills. I will test Wi-Fi on all my new boards today.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I can make it transparent.
Me says hello.
So I'm just trying to get this in a better visual state so it's not so bright. So you can see the color a bit better. Oh, it's really frustrating. They just blow up way too easily in color. How's that? Is that any better?
Bill Gates says hello all.
Hello, Bill. I don't think that's any better. Is it rected here? No, see, it looks much better up there. Maybe what I can do is... I've got an idea. Copy. Let's do this instead. I'm going to put 2 of me. And I'm going to... so I'm just doing all this live. It's just a better version. It's a different angle, but it's a better version of color. I'm going to put that there instead. And I'll turn that one off. Is that better? I think that's better. Can't you pop acrylic sheet in front of the camera?
Bill Gates says that's sharper.
I don't think acrylic in front of the
Higher says sake.
I don't think it's going to work if I put it in front of the camera. The camera's 4 meters away from the logo, except that's got my head in it now. So I have to be careful. That's better, anyway. At least you can see the colors better now. Okay, so right, max brightness as far. I've got max brightness. I mean that's set to 5. Like that's set to 5 out of 255. I don't understand why. It's just so bright. So what it does is it sets the, when you change the command, it sets the brightness to -1, and then when it runs it, if the brightness is less,
Bill Gates says, can you add fireworks on top of that?
what? Right. Okay. There's no code set up for this. Anyway, if I go to hang on, do rain. The first thing it does.
Almighty says buy worse LEDs.
By words. What? So if the brightness isn't equal to the max brightness, it sets it to the max brightness, and that should be 5 out of 255. So that's like for me, that I mean, that's still
Embedded Hobbyist says if that's 5 out of 255, what does 255 look like?
a lot, but I don't want to take it that high. I don't want to the power supply has enough power, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to blow up the board. Okay, so back to he sent me some code, but the
Mr. Bond says a fire.
Bill Gates says what rating is the fuse it's on?
is the fuse. You mean the actual? It's through a power supply. So the power supply is rated for 3.5 amps, I think, and this at full bright is only like 2 amps. But I don't. But still, I'm worried about the PCB cooking itself. Yep. Hello, Adam. Yep. I don't want to cook the PCB or anything else.
Bill Gates says output power fuse is it downrated?
Output power fuse. How?
Embedded Hobbyist says that should be 1.9% of forward brightness. Is your calcs okay?
Bill Gates says the output of the PSU is capped with a lower rating fuse.
This is just a normal wall wart power supply. Yeah, 1.6 amps. This is only.
Bill Gates says okay.
Yeah. Bill Gates, you don't have to say everything. You can just type in here. Not everything has to be a text to speech. Just letting you know. Anyway, it's only 1.6 Intimate Tech. They're 5 milliamp
Bill Gates
per
says,
channel.
oh, okay, thank I now.
It's only 1. It's 5 milliamps
Embedded
per.
Hobbyist says wall what is limited by the smoke it can produce.
And the fire. Okay, so let's just get back onto topic. So this is AJ's code for his version of C code for the Edge Runner. So you can see this is where in his setup Edge Runner, this is where he's calculating the edges and then building an array for the edges.
Bill
Now,
Gates says topics are nice chocolate bars.
1063 LEDs, Intimate Tech. Bill Gates as in me. I don't know who you are, but I'll time you out. So please stop with the text-to-speech. Text-to-speech is to get my attention if you need to say something to me. Hello, SDG Electronics. Hope you're well. So this is a lot of code to process every time I want to change an effect to this effect, where I've already got an outline already set up. I've done the U, and I can't remember, did I finish the M? I didn't finish the M. I've also hacked a lot of other code out of this one. I put Adafruit's Neo Matrix in there so I can do text, but I modified it, so I've had to put it into my library. I've had to hack their library to do it. I want to see if I can get that working again. I've had to add a set start pixel, so I can do a subsection of the logo as a panel. Can you include something in code to calculate if brightness of lit LEDs exceeds amps on the board? No, I don't want the LEDs bright. They're not visible when they're bright. Like there's no, like I want to run them as low as possible. What did you get, Mark? Facility can do an overall amp limit. Yeah, but I don't want to use that. Did all the LEDs work? Yeah, all the LEDs worked. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I want to... I don't remember where I want to see if I can get this working. Okay, I want to see if I can get it to write text again. A cheapo Chinesium hot plate. Oh, okay, which one? Is that the square ones we were looking at a few streams ago? So, fast LED doesn't work on the S2 boards. And it doesn't work with RGBW, and it's got a lot of other issues with it. So, yeah. I don't have a speed issue, I don't think, at the moment, so don't really need to change that. What happens between 1 and 4 on brightness? Is it one of those things that the activation voltage just... I can set it to 1 and it works, but you start getting weird colouring because the LEDs are so dull that they don't blend properly. LEDs would be good for winter and keep me warm. Maybe. Okay, Mark got his new... Right, that's the one I've got, except I've got the smaller in the middle. I don't have the full width of the plate. Okay, did that just crash? I think my logo crashed. I wonder if I'll be able to flash it now. Maybe that was a bad idea. Why did that not show the logo? You should have written the words done on the panel. Oh, there's the bird that's whistling. Okay, I'm going to turn that off again and see if I broke it. Anyway, so I've set up some stuff for outlines. Like I So my plan on the stream today was to look at putting AJ stuff into the logo, but I need to somehow get all this stuff into... I need to rewrite it all, because it's got to be class-based. Like, I don't want it... Like the way it is right now, whether it runs or not, it's not going to work with me switching out different effects and stuff. I'm just looking at it now, like, and AJ, you said you got this running on the ESP32. Do you have your project? Like, because this I can't just copy and paste this in, and it's not going to work with my project. Or did you just like do these effects one at a time on device? Birdcam. I went OTT with the PSU and my new pixel clock. 5 divided by... It's about as bright as you ever want those LEDs. Yeah, they're just super bright. Super crazy.
Stefan says hi, San. Just turned on how are.
I see on just what? I missed. I just turned on how are. Right, there is one. I'm good. How are you? Let's see if I can reflash it. Hopefully I haven't broken it. Each comment line above the function shows a C++ thing it would be.
Absolutely says off to work. Sorry, but to go. Have a great night.
Catch you later. Right. Okay.
Absolutely says stay safe all.
So you don't have just a bit of C that I can just put on the device, rather than having to go and do all that. Sorry, I just like me doing that on a live stream is just going to be impossible with the level of concentration and stuff.
Mark Holson says hi, Polly from Mark.
Hi, Polly. Okay, we've got Ukraine logo. Oh, there we go. So that's just an outline, like an outline wipe. Whoa, that's bright. You see how bright that is? So my sparkles run brighter because they need to go pop. Wow, that is insane. How does that look? I might just for the moment. Hey, Ian. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be a much bigger, longer-term project to get all your effects over, AJ. Hey, Keith EE. Because they're going to have to change the way they're written. Like, I don't... They're not going to work the way they are right now. They need to be completely encapsulated inside classes that are derived from a base class for me to be using the way I need to use them. So I can do that. I don't have it yet. I haven't written my class stuff yet. But I'm assuming it's going to be something like effects.h effects base .h. So it'll be something like just trying to think, did I even start this? Right, I did. I might just so it'll be something like class effects base, and there'll be a can't spell, so there'll be a setup, a run, and a stop, right? And each effect will inherit off this. So as you can see, I started rewriting his JS, but I haven't deployed it. It's not going to work as it is right now. And this is probably going to take an unsigned long, unsigned long timestamp. There's a run, and then there'll be a stop. I don't know what'll have to be in the base and what'll be further up, but it'll be something like this. Can you combine effects? Probably not. No, not the way this will go. Oh, there you go. He's already done it. He did it in thing. Right, it'll be like that. Yep. Yep. AJ's we're just chatting on, and he's done the same thing. So like that'll be the base, and then everything will inherit off that. Back in 5, he said. Okay, he's going to code it up. Yay! So yeah, AJ's done a lot of work behind the scenes on this stuff, just on his own thing and working out all the algorithms and stuff, and it's very cool. And it's unsigned dark int. What? Like, if we can get all the algorithms, I'm not sure we need to create the algorithm, run the algorithm every time we run the class. So if someone does like an outline effect, and then someone switches it to rainbow, and then someone switches it back to outline, it seems silly to have to recalculate the outline again. Like, it'd be good if we can have that just cached somewhere. It's a fixed length. All the effects will have a fixed length array, so we could have an empty fixed length arrays that we populate. AJ, I'm not sure if you're listening still. So my plan when I was putting this together originally was that, if you can see here, I've got a matrix utils, and everything was going to be in there, and so there'd be a like we would cache inside here like just an empty outline. Where was it? Did I do it there? No, oh, that's right, it's in here. Right. So we'd have in this thing, it'll just be an empty array. We know there are 299 LEDs around the outside of the logo. So it will just be an empty array, and we populate it the first time, and then we don't have to populate it again, and we can just reference it. I got PSRAM on the device. Memory's not going to be an issue, and that way we don't have to we only have to run the algorithm once each time. Anyway, Mad Techie, hello. Who else did I miss? I said hi to Ian. How's Scotland going, Ian? Has it got above 10 degrees yet? While AJ's working on that, I've got all my old code in here. I'm curious to know what else I can get working. Obviously, I can do a single color. I'd love to get breathing or something working. I do have... Oh, I can show you this. So I've got... and the other problem with this, my code, is this one big thing. I want to separate out all the different bits into different sections because this is too big. So I've got lines, vertical and horizontal lines. Excuse me, sorry. So I've started working on some things that are specific to the logo. So like I can do, where are you? Lines, is the lines H? I don't think I've got a lines H in there. Process commands, serpents. So none of these are working at the moment. And I think I've got a lines vertical. But I don't know if I've got them in the loop. Lines V, I do. Lines H, I do. Sparkles and rainbow. Okay, let's reflash this. Are those numbers in the matrix utils the actual LED number? Yes, so what I've done, because, okay, so it's in strips, vertical strips, right? The LED is in columns. The logo is in columns. And so what I've done is now let me see if I can find it. What? Why does it open up in there? Okay. I sat there painstakingly and made this. I can't even fit it all on the screen. So this is an index into my logo. That's okay. So this is an index into my logo of all the LEDs. So you can see they're going from like 0 to 20, 21 to 44, 45 to 70. I mapped it all out, and then I translated all of that into a big array. You can kind of see the shape of the logo, the U, right? And a -1 means there's no pixel there. Because I've got gaps, I can't just easily translate it. I have to know where, not only what the ID of the pixel is, but whether there's a pixel or not, right? And you'll see that now. So you can see it'll do an outline. And you see that? So I'm doing that by just telling it to draw a horizontal line on the x-axis, and it's using that lookup table to work out where it needs to draw and where there's no pixel. Does that make sense? That bit of color on the left-hand side is the LED, the power LED of the Tiny Pico. I need to get rid of it. That'll be gone when I get my new acrylic, the backing in the front. So that up and down like that, that's me indexing into the array. Before I did that matrix array though, I had, if I do this, lines V, so if I do a lines V, maybe that'll switch, I don't know. Yep, right. Now that one there is not doing that lookup. That one there is actually using an array of start and end pixels. This is how I was doing it originally. So lines vertical. So this is 0 to 20 is the first column, 21 to 44 is the second column, 45 to 70 is the third column. But I don't need to do that anymore. I can just use that lookup. I didn't have that lookup at the time. I had always planned to do the lookup, but it was so much work. It really was so much work, and it did my head in. But that shows that I can do, like, I couldn't do anything like this with the other logo, right? And then I think I've got a version of this. Animation lines. I think I've commented out. Is there an old? Do I have an old version? Or did I just delete it? Right, I deleted it. I had one that left trails behind it. It looked really cool. Top lines generate full static array. Right. It was just easier to do this at the start, but I couldn't do it horizontally because they weren't contiguous LED pixels. So there's a lookup cost in doing this, but it's pretty minor. Like, I don't need 60 frames a second or even 30 frames a second, right? I just need fast enough that the line looks good. You know, there's a little bit of persistence of vision going on if I look at the logo properly. So as I said, I started working on it, but I didn't want to go too far down the rabbit hole of hard coding all of these effects when it made more sense to do something else, right? To do it where it's fully encapsulated, where each effect is encapsulated. Because like right now, everything about that effect, like the way it changes the rainbow color back and forwards, that is hard-coded into that effect. But wouldn't it be cool if you could go vertical lines and it goes back and forwards?
Says with 1036 pixels you can't exceed 30 frames per second anyway because of the 800 kilohertz WS 2811 signal.
That's right. That's right. I can't go faster than 30. I probably can't even go faster than, realistically, maybe 25 frames a second. But that'll be 25 frames a second, and then from that you've got to remove the overhead of what it's doing, right? And looking into PSRAM is much slower than looking into SRAM. Is the data always being sent to the LEDs in the background, or only when you update the command? What do you mean by update the command? It's drawing the LEDs only every frame, like only when it needs to. And in this case, it's not clearing them. So what it does is it draws a line, and then before it draws the next line, it writes zeros to that line. So it's only updating a small number of those pixels in terms of the data, but then it has to do a show, which sends the whole lot. Show sends the whole lot, I believe. So that's all in the plugin, like all in the NeoPixel library. So I was going to say, wouldn't it be cool if you could say vertical lines and they go back and forwards, and you could also say blue, and then the vertical lines would be blue. Or you could say rainbow and the vertical lines would be rainbow. Like, it'd be nice to be able to affect the color separately to the effect. And I can't do that right now because it's only doing one thing at a time, right? It'd be really nice if I could have an effect running, which is these are the pixels that turn on and off, and I could have a color animation running that these are the colors. Now, it might not work that well with every effect, I don't know. Some effects might need hard-coded color, but that would be really cool. So, like on my previous logo, you could go breathe, and it would breathe on and off, and you could say blue, and it would be blue breathing. You could say pink, and it would be pink breathing, right? But, yes, some form of colors, but they're going to be animated color palettes. Bottleneck is still the update of the LEDs. Right, the bottleneck is the update of the LEDs, but I don't need them faster than probably 20 frames a second. Vector IO. Well, I don't really need Vector IO because I can technically now use the Adafruit graphics library. I know the Adafruit libraries aren't the most performant libraries, but they're also quite easy to use. A generic palette class that any effects can reference would be really cool, right? But what I don't want to do is have a big matrix that it's writing color into one buffer, and then the effect is reading the color out from that buffer all the time, because then you'd need code to manipulate that buffer for each type of effect, maybe, or not. I don't know. I'll have to see. Like, I think at some point the overhead's going to get too much, and it's going to slow things down.
You can do this with 2 display buffers, 1 color, 1 effect mask that you multiply to get the final image. Rota says, okay, forget what I said.
Well, there's just an expense in that, right? Because it's still, each one would have to go through that mapping of the strip columns to XY and back again. I think that, yeah, look, it might be fast enough. I don't know. It might be. My plan, though, is I want to do 2 things. I want to be able to get text on it, and I want to be able to play, like, animated GIFs, at least. Like, not video. Like, that doesn't make any sense. The issue is, how do I get the GIFs and stuff up there? Like, you know, how like, I can pre-flash a whole bunch of stuff and put it in spiffs. What I'm going to do is, so right now the way my logo was connected to the back of the PCB, for those that remember, it was just like, there were just headers, surface mount headers on the back that the TinyPico sits in, or whichever board sits in. What I'm going to do is make an extender board that plugs into that, and then I'm going to stick headers on that allows for a tiny board and my I2S audio shield to plug in at the same time. And the reason I'm doing that is because then what I can do is I can use the SD card from the I2S audio shield to put things on, like GIFs and videos and whatever, and maybe even some sound effects. And I can also then get sound out of the logo as well, even though it'll be soft. Yeah, the text-to-speech happens quite a bit before. Catch you later, Dale. No, the issue I've got with doing the buffers... Okay, I wasn't talking about doing the double buffer thing, right? Like what you're talking about, like buffer and a mask. I was saying that doing a buffer for the color palette, I think is going to be tricky. And then have the pixels look into that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how we would get nice animation going into the color palette. Like if we want to do a rainbow, like this effect here, fine. You could pre-populate the buffer with a rainbow, a static rainbow. That's fine, yeah? And then it would just move along and read whatever the color is, right? This is my pixel position. This is the pixel. This is the color. Apply that. But what's if that was animating? What's if you wanted to, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's if the effect was lines moving around the logo, yeah? And you wanted that rainbow. How would you pre-calculate the rainbow effect around those lines? And what's if you wanted it moving? Don't forget to add the laser board to it. Well, the laser board's working. Well, it's not, because I pinched the tiny pico and I've stomped the code. Anyway, yeah, okay, crazy.
The Almighty says just use math.
You don't animate the rainbow, you animate the pointers into the rainbow array. No, I'm saying, what's if the rainbow array, what's if the rainbow, you wanted to fit a shape? It wasn't a linear rainbow. That's what I'm saying. Like, anyway, it's possible. It's possible. What I don't want to have, though, ideally, is I need to use this palette effect for this effect, and then
Citizen Blank says good morning.
good morning, and then have this technique for this effect, and then do this technique for this effect. Like, it'd be cool if we can come up with something that just, yeah, for now, getting the effects going would be great. Flood fill.
Zip tie says never fear, cable tie is here.
Hey Peter, how you doing? That's funny. Ah, my coffee. I need another coffee. I'm sorry if I seem a bit scatterbrained. I'm living on 4 hours sleep a night at the moment. Long story. One day I'll get to it. Hi Ty. It does rhyme. I'll see what other... I'd love to get the M and the mapping. Can you index the effects into an array? I don't know what you mean by that. Index the effect. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what... I mean, the answer is yes, but I don't know what you mean by that in terms of what that would do or not do. Like, it's... and some of my effects just aren't going to work. Well, I guess trails will if I do the outline. I wonder if I can get trails working on the outline of... Do trails. Let's see if we can get outline. Again, this is all going to get replaced. With this effect system. But for now, it's fine. I want to see if I can... Okay, I've got to remember everywhere to do this max brightness thing, or I'm going to blow it up. Okay, so it's not strip number of pixels, it's it is strip number of pixels, and it's outline U. Okay, so we're going around the pixels, and no, we're going around the outline U. Set pixel outline U index. Will that work? Use effect pointers so you can animate combined effects. Only one effect will be running at once. I'm not looking at doing more than one effect. The way I see it working, there'll only be one effect running at once. It's just going to make a mess otherwise, and it's going to produce unknowable stuff. The background buffer can be animated all the time. Sure, if you want a special effect just on the border, the background needs to be aware of the border. Right, but I don't want to be processing the animation of the background colors for pixels that aren't being used necessarily. It depends on how fast it is. I guess it just comes down to how fast. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Trails. One equals trails. I need to set the process. So this is just, it's really hard to go through. Okay, let's see if this compiles. It's just a mess the way it all is right now. It was never designed. Hey, Mr. Agony, it was never designed to be this. It was just hacked together for the original logo. Classified. That's funny. Hang on, gotta find it. Where does all this namespace stuff live, though? That this is a slow stream, no spammers. Yeah, I know. He got hit straight away. That was really funny, wasn't it? Okay, sorry. I didn't push it to upload it. I pushed it to compile. Right, they're static. Which WLEDs use this build? These are 1515 SK6. What was it? 6805? No, what is it? I can't remember. I can't remember the model number. namespace. It's like a static code, just stays in the top of that file. Right, but does it have to be in that file? Like, is that, how much of that is going to be unique to the file, or is it going to be generic to other things as well? Okay, 6805, thank you, couldn't remember the number. Okay, logo, should do an outline, and then go super bright. Unique to that file at the moment, okay. So if I do logo trails, will it break? Oh, there we go, look at that.
Rick the Almighty says this stream is sponsored by Cian's Patreons.
This stream is sponsored by PCBWay. Look at that. Except I'm missing the top corner. That looks wicked. Did not expect that to work first time. We need it faster. And is that pink enough for everyone? It's a nice color pink. It's better than my other logo used to do. Do trails. Okay, that'll be faster. And I need to fix the why is it not getting to that final pixel? Is it? It's to do with the wrapping, right? The way I have to wrap it. Maybe less than equal to pixels. See if that breaks it. Channel easy to remember this way once you get the connection. Oh wow, rotor! I never realized that. That is very cool. So 6805, the 05 means 5 milliamps, as opposed to the 12 on SK, the 6812s, which is 12 milliamp per channel. Wow, did not know. This will later go into your util section instead of this setup, recreating it each time. Right? Okay. Yep. Cool, AJ. That's really cool. I wish I could upload to it faster. I don't understand why it's right, over the air has to be so. This stream is sponsored by BitLooney. Super chat. Thanks, Johnny. Has the right amount of pink LEDs. Thank you very much. How much can a logo consume then? How many of these buggers are on there? 1,065. 1,063. We need 001s. That'd be awesome if we could get... Okay, did that work all over the corner? I made it faster. Ah, damn it. It's also doing something funky now. I think that didn't work. So it wasn't that. Greater than pixels. So this is where I flip it around. Edge finding code to rebuild a better array. What do you mean a better array? It's the same array. So I've already got, well, I had somewhere, hang on. Have I got that at the bottom? Right, I do. I've got this get outline. Right, your
Target says layer. It's showing a pixel lower down instead of the top left one.
Okay. It's showing a pixel lower down instead of the top. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Oh, because it's probably that offset here where it wraps it. So maybe it needs to be if it's greater than or equal to. The other thing I can do is this. If I do it, just outline. And I can call up here, I can fill that array with if I do a get outline, that should give me the whole outline, and now I should be able to animate it across the whole thing. I don't think it's a mapping. I think it's a when I hit the boundary around the outside, I might have to make the array that it's indexing 1 pixel more. I think that might be what I need. I don't know. I'll have to. The problem is if I crash it, if I index something that isn't there and I crash it, I can't then flash it. How's that for rhyming? If I crash the code, over the air doesn't work, and then I have to pull the logo off the wall and pull the tiny pico off and flash it locally and then put it back on again, which is a real pain. So I've got to be very careful. I mean, I could always stick it in a try catch, I guess. Can you fill the gap where the LEDs are far apart, bottom left of the U? No, I can't fill the... Well, what do you mean fill the gap? How do I fill the gap? That's just, unfortunately, the way they mapped out. Like, that's the outline. Okay, so if I do logo trails, do you mean can I add an extra pixel? Yeah, I mean I guess I can. Oh, look at that. That's not working. That's your array. So your array didn't work, AJ. That looks really cool though. How cool does that look? Although this might be a bad version of your... Like, this is me translating it. Maybe I should look at yours again. Where's your outline code? In setup. I mean, it could be that I didn't add aliasing. Maybe something's changed, or maybe I didn't do it properly. Maybe I got something wrong with the maths. I mean, it's wrong, but it looks really cool. I wonder how fast we can get it. Well, while I'm trying to work this out. That was at 15. Let's see if we tried at 2. Each array is sorted by value instead of geo position. Right. Okay. Well, because at the time when I was doing this, you were still doing all of your push, you were doing all your dictionary stuff, and there's no translation for that. So this was a while ago. Well, uh-oh. No response from device. That's interesting. Oh, I hope I can flash it. Yeah, I'll probably have to redo. I'll have to redo this. Uh-oh. So the reason this happens is because there's no break anywhere. Yeah, I get it, AJ. I couldn't translate your code at the time, so I'd never tested my code. This is annoying. Keen just woke up. I had Keen visiting here yesterday. How am I going to get this flashed? Damn it. So you see this delay? I'm getting rid of all the delays. I didn't do it here. Or that the rainbow's got a delay, but yeah, you see here, I'm doing them now with these, and I haven't done that with the trails. Damn. Okay, that's why I've killed it. See, this is just calling it in a tight loop. I don't want to pass it to here. What I want to do is pass it. I want to do here. I'm going to have to pull it off the wall, I think. So, just chatting with Keen in the background. So I don't want to do this delay here. Or if anything, delay of 1. No, let's get rid of the delay. Logo range.
Says try the upload now.
Oh, okay. Interesting, it switched. Need to add a backup OTA mode. Right, yeah, I can switch it to OTA where it does nothing. Yeah, that's a really good idea. It's either that or just sometimes it just disconnects. Nope, there it goes. Excellent. Okay, let's see if this works. So anyway, yeah, Keen was here last night. He's gone to Phillip Island for one of his clients. He's dealing with the penguins, and he's going to come back here on the weekend. And I think we're going to do an unexpected stream together. I don't know what we're going to talk about. It's going to be cool. Thanks, Dutchsaurus. Yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be on the weekend. Hello, there's Keen. Are your ears burning? I was talking about you. So let's see if this works and if it's faster. Okay, so that's definitely faster. Although I reckon we can get it faster again. The penguins are wait. That's okay. So Keen did a really long drive from Sydney to Melbourne. came here for dinner. We were doing some RF stuff, and then he had to drive to Phillip Island last night. Got there really late, and the silly man was, look at that, it won't go again. It's not updating when it's in this mode. And silly Keen was sending me emails at 1:30 in the morning instead of going to sleep. So maybe it does need that delay in there, the delay of 1. Oh, we'll see how we go. Can't believe that I deleted my other lines. Can't believe I deleted it. My one that had the sprinkly lines on it. Oh, that sucks. Anyway. Logo trails. Okay, that's every 2 milliseconds. Looks a bit disjointed, but yeah, I'll have to change the way the outline works. I'll have to re-implement AJ's code for that. He's using a struct now. And a holder for that. So, yeah. Again, this wouldn't be in a separate class the way it is, in a separate script like I'm calling it right now. What you need is a Pac-Man munching chips. Hello, Stephen. A Pac-Man moving around it would be interesting. I'll just put this back to the other outline for the moment and see if we can actually I didn't want to upload that because I want to see if I can add that, add an extra pixel to smooth out that edge. So if we look here, the problem is it's jumping from 20 to 44 because it's the outline. We probably want it to jump 42. Actually, maybe it's not 20. Yeah, 20 to 44 I'm jumping. So I probably want to go 20 to 42, 43, 44, 69, 70. So it's a better outline. So 20, 42, 43, 44, and then what was it? 69, 70. Okay, that should smooth out that part of it. Anyway, hey Photochromax. So you see those that little bit just on the side of the U? I'm trying to clean that up. Thinking of a dying Pac-Man with sound effects. Wah 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 wah. Edge code that walks right. Yep, AJ, thanks. I didn't see that. I was looking at the code already. Yep. Hey, Mad Labs. Cold coffee. Come on, upload faster. That's better. Look at that. Yay! You happy with that, Wagon Loads? I think it was Wagon Loads that commented about that. Does reset button reinitialize OTA? It does. Well, yeah, it just reboots the thing. OTA runs in the code at runtime. Interesting. It didn't change. Let's send the commands too early. Catch you later, Paul. So I still got to fix that top corner. I think the issue is not where it ends. I think the issue is where it starts. Because it draws them backwards. I think it's... Um... 25 to 0. Right, so this shouldn't even come into play because pixels will be larger. Oh, no, it won't. If it's greater than...
Zip tie says what at Electronics McHugh said.
Looks like you update the LEDs on each OTA progress call, which slows it way down. Yeah, I'm sure I'm slowing it right down by doing that. What was I trying to say? When trail gets to the top left, it light a pixel 5 down. Yeah, I know it is. I know, and I'm trying to work out what that is. So I'm drawing them backwards. Right, which...
Zip tie says unexpected pixel.
Well, pixels is the length, is how many elements. So that would be... I mean, I can... I've already done less than and equals to. And that's gonna... This will clamp it anyway. I don't know, elements should be the number of elements. So if there's, well, in this case, right, it'll be a number of elements. I can't do serial output to bad data in the array. I don't think so, because the array has element 0 in it, which is the first LED. It's to do with my wrapping. I'm going to have to map all this out on paper. I can't mentally do it in my head right now. Once in an array for an LED matrix on a small scale, draw the shapes in processing, put a grid on it, check the color and exported file. Right, well that's what I kind of did with this. I did this and then I wrote an exporter in Python that converted this to that matrix. This matrix you see here, that was generated by Python. That whole thing was generated in Python. I just copied and pasted. Pretty cool, huh? Index greater than pixels. You permit outline index to overflow. That seems wrong. Because it's drawing ahead and going backwards. So where it's drawing 25 pixels ahead of where it is. That's why I do that. Because I can't draw it backwards. I'd have to rewrite the algorithm to draw backwards, right? So rather than saying, this is where I am, draw the bright one, and then go backwards and draw around, I'd have to wrap behind it. What I do is I say, draw 25 pixels ahead and go backwards to 0. Right? So I'm always drawing 25 ahead, so I do let it wrap around. But I guess it's the same thing if I did it that way or the other way. Because I have to go through the array backwards otherwise. With this way, I'm always going... Well, I guess I'm going backwards anyway. Okay. I don't know if I've got the brain capacity to fix this right now. On no sleep. This just resets it back to the start. What if I did this? This might break it. We'll see. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get rid of the update thing. Okay. Is the outline new index equals pixels? Well, it's not an overflow. It's not overflowing the array. That's what this is. If that was overflowing the array, that would crash. Yeah, this is probably... Well, I'm not... By the way, Rhoda, I'm not drawing the whole thing each time. I'm just drawing a line. But yes, I have to send the whole thing. Yeah, I can speed that up. Let's change that so that goes faster next time. Overflows array, it will access unknown data but not crash. It's not a pointer, so I don't know. So did that go 1? Okay, that's missing 2 now. Yeah, I get it. Yep, I'll fix that in a second. I think I've just worked out. Okay, let's see if that fixes that. I'll walk through if you clamp. Yeah, I need to rewrite it. I'm not going to try to clamp it now. I need to... That code, I'm going to rewrite it. Yeah. Or it's going to get moved into a, what do you call it? It's going to use your edge runner. Don't break the OTA doing that. If I do, I do. We'll see what happens. I just want to do... What do I want to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to... Then I can't see its progress. For the moment, I'm going to turn off the showing the strip. Just for now. We can see it on screen if it's uploading. That'll come into effect the next time. Yeah, if I break it, I break it. Whatever, I'll pull it off the wall. It's not going to be a super long stream today, folks. I've got to get back to some other work that I'm doing. While we're waiting for this, I got a new soldering station. I got a new JBC. I bought a JBC Naze. Very excited. If I can get to the website. Yeah. Like, where's the Naze? I needed some micro tweezers and I needed a micro iron for some work I have to do. So I bought this. Wow, that's not very... That's on my desk. So it's a nano iron and little nano tweezers. Okay, let's see if this breaks. Trails. Logo trails. This is going to go really good or really bad. Anyway, really excited. I was using it yesterday. I actually did it. I unboxed it on a Patron stream. There we go. Except there's still a funky LED. It's doing the corner now, but yeah, for some reason that there's an extra one turning on. Does the iron have sleep mode? I couldn't tell. Yeah, it got hibernation mode and it's got a foot pedal. And you can configure the foot pedal to either be switch it to enable or switch it to hibernate. So like if you're using it and you want to hold it but have it cool down, like not stay hot, you can hold the pedal down. Like if you're going to pick something up, or you can switch it either way. It's really nice. It's really small. The only thing I'm a bit about is the way it holds the tweezers and the iron in those stand things. It gets a bit spaghetti with the cables. So, but other than that, yeah, it's really good so far. And it's tiny. Like that's the pencil. That's the iron. That's the whole thing. And see, they get tangled, and they're the tweezers, the little tiny tweezers. Not a lot of control on the tweezers, like you showed on those other tweezers. Like there's a twist you can change on it, but that's it. But they're really cool. Yeah. Very happy with it. Funky LED. I think that funky LED is actually because of this. I think it's this 25 thing and the wrapping. Is the LED mapped wrong? It's possible. Let's have a look. I don't think so, because look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not mapped wrong. It's just the first row of things. Like if I do just the outline wipe, the LED works fine. It's something to do with the indexing of it's this here. Like maybe I need to get rid of that. Okay, let's see how much faster it is to upload now. Should be super speedy. Hey Flowrider, yeah, more coffee. I need more coffee. That's very true. Anyway, these effects all need to change, as I said. Don't those Indian mines...
Cable tie says check the map near the end of the outline you.
See, that's faster. Still not fast enough. The end of the outline goes to... It won't be the end of the outline because well, it shouldn't be. 21, 45, 71,
Still
90.
a squirrel, and says more coffee sounds good to me as well.
The end of the outline is just these ones. It's the algorithm that's doing it. See, look at that. See, that's fine. When it draws that outline, it's fine. It's the trails that does it. It's just the trails algorithm. It'd probably be easier to work out if I just did if I just made it like 5 pixels. Let's just do 5 pixel trail. Expected more speed. Yeah, it's not fast, but it's flashing the whole 4 meg. I think of flash. I don't know. When the end of the trail is at the top left-hand side of the U, it's when the LED goes funky. Yeah, I know. Okay, come on, come on. Do it, do it. Yeah, it's still doing it. It's It's the wrapping. It's definitely the wrapping. It's this. Maybe it needs to be greater than or equals. I can see the issue, but you already dismissed me. No, I didn't dismiss you. What do you want me to clamp? Do you want me to clamp index, do you? To not be greater than pixels. Okay. I can do that. You want me to do that? As I said, I'm going to be rewriting all this. So, yeah. Yeah. There you go. So, I can put this back to 25. No, just fix the one thing I said. If index is greater than pixels, should be index greater than equal to pixel. Right, that's what I just did here. That's what I just... yeah. But I still need the +1 because it was missing that other one. Either way, okay, this should work. Maybe I misunderstood what you wrote before. Okay. Come on. Oh, you can't even see it uploading. I just realized it's off the bottom of the screen. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to dismiss you. I wasn't clear on what you were saying above. My fault. Didn't read it properly. Woohoo! Okay. That looks really cool.
Master G says success.
We can make it rainbow as well. Should we make it rainbow? Oh, then I have to do the alpha thing. Okay, that's going to be a bit harder. Yeah, I can't do the alpha with it. That's okay. I'll save that for another time. Because I need to get the color and split it back into the 3 sections. Anyone looking forward to Pac-Man? Yeah, one day I'll get Pac-Man on there. I just want to see if I can get LED map clear. So where's map? Right, array that, right. I can't really get this any faster. I don't think it's going to go any faster than this. One day I will. Okay, I have an infinite project to take care of one day. The logo's design. It's beautiful though. Nice job through it all. Thank you. I'll just have to chip away at the code and tech behind this, and I'll work with AJ off stream to go through it all. All good, AJ. Sorry, he messaged me off on Discord. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite difficult to code on stream with people chatting, and you lose concentration, and you forget what you were doing. And then trying to do numbers in my head, sometimes just not great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink the way I'm doing it.
Almighty says math hurts brain.
Maths hurts brain at the best of times, but on a stream, quite hard. Quite hard for me anyway. Okay, let's see how fast. That's as fast as it's gonna go. It seems. I mean, I can maybe make some of the code a bit more performant. I don't know. I mean, it's running through. It's showing every 25. The clear. Yes, I mean, it's a lot of pixels to update. Index percent equals pixels would also do the wrapping properly. I don't know. Maybe. So where I can load, I mean, because I can access X and Y like as a matrix, I guess any type of effect you could kind of do, but it's just a lot of pixel manipulation and array indexing manipulation and stuff. Some of my code, I use fixed point integer values so you can increment the animation by factorial amounts, so you can make it look faster, but maybe janky in the overall frame rate is insufficient. Yeah, like I don't know what the overhead here. The overhead here could be the cost of clearing the pixels. It could be the cost of just sending the buffer. Every time I call show, it's got to send the whole thing. Like I don't know. Like it's calling show every 25 pixels, and it's doing it's doing one revolution every time the thing is called. So maybe that's probably why I was having trouble doing the thing before. That's a lot of loops. That's like 25 times 1063. That's 26,000 iterations it's doing every time I call this method. I probably want to take this out and just do an incrementer. Like if I just did this, pixels, was it trails pixels index equals 0. I should really stick it at the top. Again, I'm just hacking this stuff in and I really shouldn't be. And so it's going to be if I do that, and every time I change it, if I do that, oops, plus, if yeah, no, I do want to do that. The static vars inside the function for stuff like this. What do you mean? Whoop. So use static vars where? Can you offload the LED update to core 1? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I don't know if how the memory would be shared between them, and the library is not written by me, it's written by Adafruit. I'd have to go through and I'd have to see. Shift or clear might be avoided. Absolutely. In this case, I shouldn't have to. I should be able to redraw just those pixels in black before I move to the next one. Is what I should be able to do. You're right, and I should be able to get rid of the clear. Right, so this isn't currently using RMT, and I can use RMT, and that might make things faster, but I don't know if I can send 1063 through RMT. I'll have to try. A lot of optimizations can be done. I'd need to rewrap all of these strip pixel color, set pixels, and show and whatever else into my own thing to do RMT. So it should be doable. Also remember the other core is also being used for... Is it being used for the Wi-Fi as well? Possibly. Okay, this will probably break. Let's see what this does. Probably won't be any faster anyway. Oh, what did I miss? Oh. Silly. So what did you say? So static int as a declaration inside the function, it will then keep its value from function to call to function call. Oh, okay. That's really clever. Okay, cool. Core 0 is used for Wi-Fi. Okay. I mean, there are two challenges here. Getting a performant and getting an extensible effects system happening. Okay, it's almost 2 hours. I need to stop at 2 hours today, folks. I have a proverbial shit ton of other stuff I need to get done. So I'm going to just try this one thing, see if it breaks or not, and then we're going to wrap it. Post packet. Sorry, that's an Australian ad. Terrible ad. And I need to get the acrylic cut. Although I don't think... I think that the front acrylic I'm going to put on the logo is going to be problematic because it's going to be reflective. Just one more thing, yeah. One more thing, break it at the last second. Now that's interesting. It's not even changing now. What have I done? Super. Thanks, Mark. Where's my audio? My text-to-speech thing died. Mark, my text-to-speech thing died. It died at the 2 hour mark. Yeah, the LED's got to go. It literally just died. It timed out. Look, 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 it timed out. About 2 seconds. 2 seconds before you did it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Mark. If I can give you your money back, I will. Hang on, wait, I have an idea. Wait.
Rick the Almighty says super good.
Wait, I got an idea. Oh.
Super chat!
There you go. You know what? I'll even give you 2 of them.
Super chat.
There you go, Mark. Thank you so much. I had to manually trigger it. Ah. Sorry, Mark. Thank you so much for the super chat. I've broken the logo. It seems. Doesn't this set it back to 0 every time? But it's not changing effect. I really have to stop the stream. I really got to get back to work. They should be calling do trails. Oh, it changed that time. It changed. I don't know why it didn't change before. It changed now. Oh, right, it changed because the chat timed out. That's all. The TTS is part of the same thing that does the MQTT. That's why it didn't work. Okay, thanks, Electronic Smoke. Good to know. Catch you later, Johnny. Okay, it works. That's as fast as it's going to get, folks. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's because that timed out. I forgot that was joined together.
Paulson says you must get it to auto restart the TTS.
It should. Look. Hang on. Where'd it go? Look, it was here. It was trying to disconnect it, so trying to reconnect, and it couldn't reconnect for some reason. I have it go every time it disconnects. It should wait 5 seconds and try to reconnect again. For some reason it didn't, and it just timed out. I don't know why. The problem is I can't get that to work unless it times out, and I don't have control of the timeout. For C equals at +2. Oh, I can make it faster by making it move faster. Okay, sure. Okay, I mean that yes, absolutely, I can do that. Plus equals 2 if it's greater than or equals. Okay, this should be twice as fast. When it loses connection, make the logo flash on and off. SOS. Yeah, that's it. Also a good idea. I can try doing that, Mark. How do you like MQTT as a protocol for the display updates? Yeah, it's good. I'm not really using it for anything else, but it works well, and it's much better on the device.
Electronic Smoke UK says remove the clear to test the speed. It won't look correct, but will show speed.
Yes, it will. You're right. Yeah, I can try that, but let's see this moving tuple speed. It's much more performant on the ESP32 using the MQTT system.
Cable tie says so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Okay. I just wrote Lou Trails. That won't work. There you go. I mean, that's faster by just making it step faster. I think that's good enough for now, folks. I need to wrap this. I need to get on with some other stuff. Yeah. I have news, but I can't share yet. I'm close,
James
but I can't share yet.
Stream me up, Siam.
Stream me up. That's very funny. Folks, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. Thanks you to Johnny and Mark for the super chats and super sticker. Sorry again about the audio thing. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the week.
Ciao.
And yeah, don't forget to hit the like or not. It's up to you guys. Thanks AJ for the code and the help, and I'll do some of the code conversions with AJ off stream to get stuff working, and then we can do a better job of implementing some cool things later in a future stream. Yeah, otherwise, just quickly, I hate promoting myself, and everyone's leaving anyway. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, which obviously I haven't been publicly talking about, but I've been sharing with my patrons. If you're interested in knowing what's going on generally day to day, behind the scenes stuff, other stuff I'm doing that isn't stream focused or videos, not that I've been making many recently, back me on Patreon. You just have $1. It's not about the money. You can just you'll get access to 1 or 2 videos or live private live streams a week. If you want to find out what's going on. Yeah. Otherwise, catch you all later. Thanks everyone.